Hello, everybody. It's Mr. Burns talking today about the Constitution Guards Against Tyranny DBQ assignment. And this is the truncated part of your DBQ. Instead of writing your essay, you're going to do this part. And you, at this point, hopefully have completed the Google Slides presentation, which the Google Slides was the background essay and questions, and then the document analysis questions. And then you turn that in, but you will need it open in order to complete this activity. So make sure you have two tabs open. This DBQ assignment, which I'm going to call the DBQ Google document, along with the DBQ Google Slides. You'll see at the top that I've put the title and then the four documents: federalism, separation of powers, checks and balances, and big small state compromise. And you'll notice I put some directions here. But what you're going to do in this chart is you are going to rank the most important guard against tyranny down to the fourth most important guard against tyranny. And you can put these in any order that you want. And what you're going to do in your justification, which is going to be at least 3 sentences. For the most part, I think it'll probably take you 4 to 6, but 3 is like your minimum requirement. You're going to answer some of these questions or all of these questions at the top here. So why, what is this concept? You want to define the concept. So I'll even write that in here, that you want to define, introduce the concept by defining the term or idea. Okay. You want to compare it to the other structures and kind of why that is more, why it's more of a guard against tyranny, why it's more important to our Constitution, to our government, to our society, our democracy. You might want to, and you're going to have to provide examples of it and use some evidence from the text. So you're going to have to pull something from the document on every one of these. And you might also want to throw something in from the background essay to support your opinion. And then there is going to be a way that you have to, you have to cite those sources, and I'll show you how to do that in a moment. So you're going to, again, rank them 1 to 4 in terms of most important to fourth most important. They're all important. And then justify. Answer some of these questions or all of these questions in your justification paragraph. Now, one thing you do have to do is you have to support them by using evidence from the text that is required. I'll show you the rubric in a moment. And what you do at the end of the sentence in which you use that document, or it could be a direct quote, which you put in quotation marks, right? Or it could just be something that you paraphrased. You used information from the text about what James Madison said, or you use examples from the text about the different checks and balances that we have in our system. At the end of that sentence, you would put Doc C or Doc A or whatever doc it is. So you would write your sentence like this, and then cite your source, and you would put it like this: Doc A parentheses period, right? If it's a direct quote, so if direct quotes go in parentheses, and then you put Doc A period. So that's how you would cite your sources when you're using them. You do not, at the end of the paragraph, just put a general citation. You only cite the sentences where you're using information. So if you're using 2 things from the document, you would cite each of those 2 sentences. If you're only using 1 sentence, you just cite it once. Now, if you're going to use the background essay, which you could use for a definition or for some background information, you would cite that one as BE at the end of that sentence, which you might want to do. Okay. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to write 4 paragraphs. They're shorter. It's not a full essay. There's no introduction. There's no conclusion, right? You're just writing 4 paragraphs. And then you are making sure you rank these from 1 to 4. And you have to do this. This is required. You have to do this as part of your grade. I'll show you why. Looking at the rubric, one of your 3 things I'm looking for is document citation. Are you using your documents accurately? Are you doing it correctly according to this video and according to the directions at the bottom of this page, or the last page? I'm also looking for, obviously, accuracy. Are you analyzing things accurately? Are you defining things accurately? Are you making sure that your comparisons are accurate? And then using evidence. So you have to show that in each section, each paragraph, you are using evidence, you're making arguments that justifies the order of your ranking. And that's basically what you're going to do during this assignment. It's 24 points. The first part was 29, so it's going to add up to 53 points. So it's basically equivalent to like a project or a test. 53 points. The reason that the first part's 29 is because there's 29 questions you're answering. Right? So then you're answering 21 document questions and 8 background essay questions. So that's 29. This is 24 because it's 8 times 3. Great. If you have any questions, again, you can reach out to me private chat or email. And good luck, and let me know how I can support you.